Namaste, my beautiful soul brothers and sisters. How are you today? I am Kolbrun Karla. I'm an energy healer, yoga teacher, writer, speaker, and whatever I want to be. And so can you. And I was writing here as usual, and I want to read this for you. And this is about the amygdala and meditation. In the end of the video, I am going to talk about the best way to stimulate sexually your lover. And that is all connected with the amygdala. Okay, so are you ready? The amygdala is located in the brain and is the part of the limbic system and responsible for the response of memory, of emotions, especially fear. And it also controls the way we reach to certain stimulation, and for example, sexual stimulation. The most common explanation of the amygdala is it is where the fear is in the brain, but really it generates all other emotions. But the difference between fear and other emotion is that we need to act on fear right away, so automatically our protective system is on, and that is why fear and other threatening emotions might be on top of explanations. So amygdala is involved with the experience of our emotions, all of the emotions, and how we absorb feelings and some cravings or stimulations. And yeah, for example, human sexual response is in the amygdala area. It is thought to be center of emotions, memory, and autonomic nervous system, but is also very spiritual because in the amygdala system we have our response with the outside esoteric world and the akashic field, or the soul field or energy field that is in the quantum. The amygdala receives emotions spontaneously from whatever situations we are in, and all these emotional information and the memory of the emotions from other life, for example, come repeatedly 40 times per second in a 40 hertz signal, or in a gamma state or gamma wave length, and can manifest a new emotional response that can change circumstances every 25 milliseconds. So you can imagine how quickly we are getting all those informations of feelings and new emotions and emotional response from past memories, from our childhood or past life. In the spiritual world, we are often talking about the pineal gland, the third eye, or the mind's eye, but the amygdala is very important spiritually connected as well. And that is why I was guided to talk about the amygdala. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so I'm going to talk about this very lightly as I got these informations and how I decided to put them down in writing so I could read it for you. I hope my dyslexia is not going to be a problem. Sometimes I have difficulties even to read what I wrote myself, but anyway. I also want to say there are, for example, other parts of the brain that shows human stimulations or memory and so on, but I am focusing on the amygdala with a connection with meditation. Okay? The response in the amygdala is in gamma state, the wavelength is vibrating the highest in the gamma state, and it goes lower in the brain wave scale from gamma, beta, alpha, theta to delta. So in this state of gamma, where the frequency is 40 Hertz, everything is very quick and with high vibration. Spiritually, this is a high active state of vibration connected with universal love and higher realms. Gamma wave state or gamma rhythm of the waves modulates perception and consciousness, and greater presence of gamma relates to expanded consciousness and all connection with the spiritual. In this flow, we are experiencing how we respond the self and where we put our awareness into it, about it. Because this is speeding fast informations, it is impossible to absorb all of them. So most of those information go to waste because we cannot catch them, and there comes in the importance of meditation. By meditating, for example, in the Theta state that has slower wavelength, and that means it gives us more time between thoughts and response of emotions and those informations, so we have more opportunity to skillfully choose which thoughts and emotions we want to invest in and what we want to manifest and what action we want to take. Okay, our brain waves change according to what we are doing and feeling. When slower brain waves are dominant, we can feel tired, slower and relaxed physically, and the nerving system gets a break. When the higher frequencies are dominant, we feel wired, empowered, and even hyper alert. And that might not be so good to dwell in for a long time, so we need to balance this all. I decided to mix together my writings about meditation and the amygdala because it's very important we activate our awareness into this connection. Many humans are meditating, and I want to explain this point of view so you can go deeper and feel more importance to meditate. I'm going to explain the brain waves a little bit more connected with the spiritual. Gamma brainwaves are the fastest of brainwaves with very high frequency tone. This tone emerges the spiritual, and we who are very open spiritually, we can hear this tone, and we have learned to lengthen the space between those waves. And in this space is the channeling. In this space is the connection and the communication with our spirits, guidance, angels, and other light beings. Also telepathic communication with others. So to be able to receive this communication, we need to quiet the mind down. Like I used to say, the silence is the seat of intelligence. The mind needs to be quiet to access gamma state with these informations responded within the amygdala area. And we need to embrace love and relaxation so fear can step aside, because the fear is very dominant in the amygdala area. Okay, so how can we connect and activate the theta state where the brain waves are much longer, like 4 to 8 hertz, while at the same time we are vibrating high in the gamma state in 40 hertz. So is that possible? Yes, it is, and we have been doing this by splitting up the awareness of both of the states. So we can fully openly receiving informations in gamma state, but reading them in theta state, if I can say so. The more we meditate, the more we can master this. And we can jump into this state in a second with powerful connection with our spirit, within ourselves, or inner wisdom, intuition, and our emotional knowledge and intelligence. A little bit more about meditation. The theta state is our gateway to learning, connect with our memory, intuition, and information beyond our normal consciousness awareness. But advanced can even meditate in delta state and go much deeper. We can also meditate in alpha state, and that is a state that gives us very quick balance and relaxation for the nervous system, for example. It can take the stress level down very quickly, and the alpha state is the power of now, as we call it, being here, being in the present, and the mind and the body integration and connection. And in this state, in alpha state, we can meditate while we are doing like physical activities, for example yoga or lifting weights. We can be meditating while we are doing physical activities and really connect with the mind, body, and the spirit. Okay, so again, in theta, our senses are withdrawn from the external world and focused on signal arising from within. But the amygdala in gamma state is receiving from the outside world spontaneously and speeding fast. This mixture of flow together with fully awareness is the self-activated. Okay, so healing and regeneration are stimulated in this state. And that is why deep relaxation is so essential to the healing process. That is why it's so important to meditate while receiving an energy healing. And that is why I'm doing these videos for you with meditation and energy healing mixed together. Even though I can be in alpha state while giving Reiki or energy healing, my goal is to get you in theta state. So you can really open up the space between your thoughts and emotions, and you can sort out what you need each time and what you want to delete or add into your life and manifest. Okay, so there's more. We get informations about our feelings and the emotional response within the amygdala system. All these emotions are vibrating with different frequency connected with the emotional scale, from fear and shame up to love and joyfulness, and all the other emotions between. So all of these emotions with different frequency, they come randomly, more or less, in waves 40 hertz, speeding fast from our environment, connected with life experiences in the now or from the past, with new emotions connected with lost memories about them, and also from the akashic field or our energy field. In other words, these stimulations and emotions come from two different spaces, and that is from experiences in this life and new experiences every day that we have, and we connect with our physical body senses, human body senses, and from the esoteric field, Akashic, soul field, DNA field, that together we call the energy field. And like we know by now, this energy field is in the quantum and has been traveling with us through life and lives. And in this field are 90% of our DNA information that are not within the physical, because the physical only has 10% of our DNA potentials. And this field has information from all those travelings. And right now is your energy field. And this field will travel with you into your next life. Okay, so this knowledge gives us the need to activate and release our DNA, informational flow within the mind, heart and spirit. Okay, so please be free to check my videos about the DNA activation and DNA release here on Facebook or on my YouTube channel, Kolbrun Karla, LoveKeys Design. Okay, so now about what? The best way to stimulate sexually your lover very quickly. I'm not talking about a quicker. I'm talking about a stimulation where you both can dwell in. Human sexuality response is in the amygdala area. Sexual stimulations happens there. Human sexual arousal can be from space of love to all kinds of sexual disorders. Those sexual disorders are based of fear and not love. I'm not going to go deeper into that, but you get the idea. So I'm just going to talk like we have, as we have healthy sexual response. So we know the fear. So we know the fear is stimulated in the amygdala area and is very dominant there and takes a lot of space. And within the same system, the human sexuality and sexual response is there as well. So how can that work together? If the fear is taking all the space within the amygdala, it's very difficult to get healthy sexual stimulation, right? Like we used to say, full space of fear has no room for love. And love is the stimulation for humans to make love, right? Okay, so pure, deep sexual stimulation between two humans in a loving relationship has very little to do with how great we are in bed or anything like that. How we look and where to touch each other even. It's about to take out the fear and to activate security and loving emotions. Because healthy, powerful sexual relationship cannot functional if there is based on fear. The little sex will be fear-based, and that is not healthy. So if you want to sexually stimulate your partner, a lover, very quickly, all the time, it's enough to make them sure about your love and appreciation for them, so they can feel free, with self-confidence, with you about themselves, without fear and self-doubt. So be sure you tell your lover how much you appreciate them and love them. Well, there is nothing as sexy as open-hearted communication, right? Okay, so I am going to stop here. Let me see, I'm going to move this here. I want to remind you about my YouTube channel. You can go there, subscribe, share and like if you will. Also you can book a tarot reading with guidance from my Unity of Spirits. I am connected with a very beautiful field of appreciation, or you can book an energy healing. So you can do that in Karla.LoveKeys.Design@gmail.com, or you can also send me a message here on Facebook. Yeah, so that's it. Have courage and be kind. Namaste.